Welcome back. Right now we are joined by Mohammed Bhabha and Roelf Meyer, both two people who were key leaders in the negotiations to end apartheid in South Africa.
They are here this week in Rochester to have community conversations and help Americans apply their lessons that they learned to our current political climate here. Thank you both so much for making some time to be with us this morning.
Thank you.
So we'll start, for context, we want to give our viewers, Mohammed, you are a former member of Parliament and a former negotiator for the African Conference, and Roelf, you are the former Minister of Defense for South Africa, both of which are very big titles, we can assume. So with this experience and knowledge that you both have, what are you hoping to share with the community?
Well, first of all, thank you very much for giving us this opportunity, and we are delighted that Civic Genius and Beyond Conflict have invited us to come and visit Rochester. First time for us, and it's great to be here. The whole purpose, I think, is to share the South African experience on how we succeeded in overcoming the racial divides that we had in our country. As you can imagine, apartheid over centuries brought about divides that led to a huge lot of mistrust. And even Mohammed and I came to the table in the first instance when we started dialogue as enemies.
Really?
But through the process of talks and dialogue and eventually negotiations, we succeeded in becoming friends.
And now you're traveling together across the world, no less.
Absolutely. If we could do it, anybody can do it. And as Roelf says, after centuries, there's always hope.
Well, this was such a seismic shift in the human condition that so many of us who saw it happen then, who still remember it now, there were so many leaders people are familiar with, but we are very far apart geographically. So what can someone who lives in America now, and it feels very separate, what can we take away from what really happened not too long ago in South Africa?
The fact that Roelf and I are sitting here as former enemies, and I'm not just using the word enemies in a light way, we were staunch enemies. We hated each other. The fact that we can sit here gives you that sense of hope that anything can be overcome.
So what changed that? What happened?
We loved our country. And whatever we did, in whatever approach we took, we made sure that the country comes first.
So you found a similarity of one love that you both had and moved forward in that sense. Very, very impressive. So coming with this talk that you have coming up later tonight at Temple Sinai in Penfield, I believe, what are you hoping to share with folks? What do you want them to take away from the experience?
Well, we've learned so much over the years from the US. I came here for the first time in 1982, and I've always been fond of the US. I've always been in love with the US. And what I think we have observed in recent times is that there are tensions, like you have in all societies at some point of time. We are not free of tensions in South Africa for different reasons today. But I think it's that experience that we've had on how to move from real factionalism, dividing society, towards a point where we're working together for the better of the country as a whole. And I think that is what we would like to share from our experience. And like Mohammed is saying, give hope that it can be done. If we could do it, then everybody else should do it.
Well, we are really looking forward to hearing the tips you had, how you did that exactly, and we're really looking forward to tonight's talk. Thank you so much again for coming in this morning.
Thank you. Pleasure.
Of course, and that community conversation that you both are taking part in is happening tonight at Temple Sinai, hosted by Civic Genius, Beyond Conflict, and the University of Rochester Democracy Center. For viewers at home, if you're interested in attending, we have a link for you to reserve your spot over on our website. That's going to be rochesterfirst.com.